Okay, welcome. So this is the explanation to the trick I did in the previous video called Game of Kings. And the first thing I did actually in the video is I just did a little card flourish where I turn over all the cards like that. And it helps if you have a close-up mat like this, because it keeps the cards even. So you just put even pressure as you press down, and then you turn the cards over like this. And actually, to make it look even nicer, you can take another card and do this with it and just go like that. Looks kind of nice. So that's not magic, that's just a flourish. So what I'm going to do is produce the four kings, but I want to show you the setup first that I use in this effect, okay? So I have the remainder of the deck, and then the king of spades, and then I have two indifferent cards, as Paul Harris says, two cards that don't care, and you put those on top there, and then the king of clubs, and then I'm going to use an indifferent card, but very different than this card here. For example, if this is a king of clubs, and you can use anything you want. You can use jacks, kings, aces, queens, doesn't matter. But I want this card to be of the opposite color, and also if this is a king, I want this to be a low card, so that when I do a change one card for the other, that you're going to see a dramatic change. If I change the jack of clubs into a king of clubs, there are some that may not even notice that it changed. So you have your king, and then an indifferent card of a lower card and a different color, and then their last two kings. So first I do a false cut like that, and the false cut that I use is I basically just cut, and then I hold what's called a break. I'm just putting my little pinky in there like this, and from the front you can't see it, right? And then I just cut twice both those cards from the break back to the top, okay? And that's a false cut. So I produce the first king just like that. Now I'm going to do a false cut again and produce the second king, but I throw in what's called a swivel cut, right? So I do this, which is actually a false cut as well. So what happens, let me just show you. Actually, I'll show you with this card face up. This card, this half of the deck goes like that, it swivels. Now if I were to drop this on top of that, it would be a real cut, but because I go further, it ends up being a false cut. So I'll do it in real time, watch. And it looks like a real cut, and once again the cards don't change place. So there's the king of diamonds. Okay, so now I have the indifferent card and then another king, and I'm going to change that indifferent card into the king. I'm going to use what's called Harry Lorayne's Ultra move. Okay, for those of you that don't know Harry Lorayne, he's one of the best magicians out there. So I say, okay, what if I gave the deck to a spectator and they gave the deck a cut, and then they came to the three of hearts? So the three of hearts would be the selected card. And now what I'm going to do is say, okay, keep your eye on that card. And what I just did is there's a selected card, I got another card on top of it, and when I put it down like that, I'm going to switch it. So, once again, it's really, as Harry Lorayne says, really a juggling move. So there's the three of hearts, I place it back on top, and I say, keep your eye on your card. And then what I do is this kind of catches it in your finger there, in your thumb, and you pull back, and that card will go second as I go up. But obviously you do it under cover of going up. Okay, like that. So Harry first published that in a book called Afterthought, so if you're interested you can look it up there. He also has it in some of his subsequent books as well. Okay, so then I say, okay, I take, and they think this is a 3, and I run it through the deck, and I change that card into a king. So now I've got 3 kings, I have 1 king left, and I do another false cut, and I say, okay, if we turn over any card, it will instantly locate a king. And all I do is pick out any random card. So in this case, it's an 8. But I say, what? E, I, G, H, T. And there is that last king. Now, no matter what card they pick, I'm going to take the 4th card, because I set that card 4th. 8 is actually a problem because it has 5 letters. So what I had to do is say E, and not do a card, and then I, G, H, T. A lot of times if you just do it fast, people won't notice. So the cards that are a problem are a 7, an 8, and a queen. But if they pick basically any other card, for example, if they picked an ace, right, I would just say A, C, E, and then turn over that card as the 4th card. If they pick a 2, it's TWO. If they pick 3, instead of counting 3, you just say 1, 2, 3, and take the next card. So in other words, it doesn't matter which card they select. I'm going to count down to the 4th card. Okay? And that's the explanation for the Game of Kings. Thanks for watching.